Hello, Santa's little helpers. The planet's fucked, it's your fault, and it's getting worse. I'm high on crack and toting a machine gun. Welcome to the fucking show. On tonight's show, I'll be pondering the infinite, gazing into my navel, and reigniting my chakras. But first... Hi, I'm Deke Jackson. As we in the United Kingdom prepare to elect new leaders, and in America posturing and readying get underway for presidential selection, I'd like to send a message to the people of the free world, who've been fighting for peace. Fighting for peace. Fighting for peace, freedom and democracy. You see, the fairy tale we are told by our media, repeated endlessly by our politicians, that our freedom is a beacon to oppressed people everywhere, our democratic process an example of the way things should be, and our values, good, fair, civilized, and the rest of the world should aspire to them, is total bullshit. It's a lie from top to bottom. It's not even a good lie, or believable. It's not defensible, it can't be rationalized, and it's almost the exact opposite of a fight for peace and freedom. The fact is, we've used armed force multiple times to impose our will overseas. The men and women of our military were assured this was to further the aims of democratic, free, civilized ways of life. But it isn't. In fact, the military are the tools of a fascist murdering system that props up tyranny, oppresses freedom, kills political dissenters, inflicts suffering and exploitation on billions and death on millions in a world of gross elite greed and minority control of all the Earth's resources. Yes, you, the armed forces of the West, are nothing but henchmen and women of a delusional hypocrisy so large and visible it beggars belief. Let's look at some facts. We in the UK and America support and prop up the Royal House of Saud, an oil-rich dynasty necessary for our economic security. Saudi Arabia is ruled by an absolute monarchy of fundamental Muslims. Political freedom in Saudi Arabia is illegal. Dissent is illegal. Unions, illegal. Educating women, illegal. Practicing another religion, you guessed it, it's illegal. The death sentence is given for criticizing the government and not being a Muslim. Women are beheaded for adultery and locked up for not wearing the right clothes. If you're raped, you get imprisoned and subjected to 1,000 lashes. Men can buy children as young as 9 to marry from overseas, then rape them or prostitute them to their friends. The religious leaders of this country export their mumbo-jumbo all around the region with our help. Using our money from oil we buy from them, they set up radical mosques all over the place. Yemen, Pakistan, Somalia, Afghanistan, Iraq, Syria. The mosques teach the ideology of Islam to anyone who'll listen. So successful are these universities of Allah Akbar that funding from the House of Saud and its allies now goes directly to ISIS, who we are told are the enemy. You couldn't make this shit up. Well, you could, and I would believe you. These are the people we protect. These are the people we arm. Our leaders kiss these people's asses, and our armed forces, our heroes, protect them, serve them, and help them do it. Yes, you, our heroes, how fucking dare you march about with your bands playing, pretending you've done something decent and civilized. You are directly helping these fascist, tyrannical ballbags get away with murder. But wait, there's more. While you were out in the desert killing innocent people because you were only obeying orders, back at home, we're all using our credit cards to buy stuff from China, paying interest to a small number of banking families, making them slightly richer, enabling them to consolidate their grip on international affairs through control of financial powers, ensuring their friends in Israel get all the bombs they want to steal and murder their way across the Middle East. Buying this shit, of course, also enables the continued oppression of 1.3 billion people in China, the world's greatest tyranny. So they can continue as the greatest polluter on Earth, the greatest consumer of our planet's natural resources, and the single biggest fascist state the world has ever seen. Shop till you drop. Once I've done that, I'll be going on to nuclear-powered Facebook and Twitter to follow the fight for freedom in the Middle East, where we the West are propping up the religious fascism of the Jews in Israel, the religious fascism of the Muslims in Saudi Arabia, and of course the profit from my purchase will contribute to the erosion of civil liberties globally. The production of plastic shit in China will contribute to the poisoning of the earth, the warming of our atmosphere, and the great big stinking delusional garbage party will go on. Woo! And yeah, what was my message again? Oh yeah, enjoy it while you can, fuckers. The party's nearly over. People of Britain, it's that time again. It's that time when what you think might actually be of interest to the lying, murdering scum who run this fraudulent military financial tyranny. Now is the time when you must choose. Now is the time when you must legitimize the obvious and wholesale deception that is democracy. Listen carefully and make your selection on election day. Remember, it's your vote that gets counted, but not your vote that counts. Let's face it, the powers that be wouldn't let you bunch of poorly educated shopping zombies within 50 feet of an actually relevant or meaningful lever of power or influence thereof. Your job, your only job, is to go into the voting booth, mark your cross on a box, any box at all. It doesn't matter. I repeat, any box at all. It doesn't matter. Just pick one. They're all the same, I assure you. You have no choice. Don't waste your precious brain activity thinking too much about it. We know you're too stupid to make informed decisions. We run the education in this country. Don't worry. Don't worry about whether you made the right decision. Just vote. Voting creates the illusion that you, the people, have something, anything to do with what the nation does and what we stand for. Now, I know you're not really listening and don't give a fuck, so I'm going to tell you what's really happening, and you will still go and vote and believe it matters because you are the product of our zombie factory. Why, just looking at you, I can tell you're top-quality zombies, and you won't be disappointed. There is nobody in position to run this country who isn't going to do exactly what the powers that be want. I know they look and sound slightly different, but they're not, believe me. Growth, jobs, and prosperity. Growth, jobs, and prosperity. Growth, jobs, and prosperity. It's all there is. Sure, you can have more or less. Sure, you can have more or less tax here or there, more or less NHS here or there, more or less austerity here or there. But when it comes down to it, it's just the same shit. Your country's in debt to a few wealthy families, just like all the others. The money you use to prop up your fake economy is printed by them. The wealth backing it is theirs. You are just an economic unit facilitating the payback of interest on loans these families extended to your little nation. Nations are debt franchises. Your nation is a debt franchise, created to legitimize the mafia-like control of you and the resources within your borders by a few criminal families. It doesn't matter who you elect. The whole economic landscape of Earth is one big casino run by criminal families. I repeat, it doesn't matter who you elect. The whole economic landscape of Earth is one big casino run by these thieving, lying scumbags, and your tawdry little nation is just one little debtor. Your leaders have no choice because of past events but to pay the interest on these loans and keep some kind of fuck the planet for money economy going just to keep the lights on. It's all been fixed a long time ago. Growth, jobs, and prosperity. Growth, because without it, interest cannot be paid on outstanding debts. Interest on debt. Jobs, because consumption requires production and service and money has to circulate. Your job is just a cipher for consumption. Jobs equal income, equal spending, equal consumption, equal growth, equal prosperity. Because the few very, very rich people with almost all the money need a little bit more from you. So, vote for who you want. Vote for who you like. Vote for the fucking Tooth Fairy or Santa Claus if you like. It doesn't make any difference. You are trapped in an eternal cycle of debt and slavery, and always will be, as long as bankers print money and your rulers suck their dick. Vote. More. Vote for more. Vote for less. Vote for minorities. I swear it doesn't matter. Your vote is important only as proof that democracy works and that raping the planet to make rich people richer is the only way. Vote wealthy banker. Vote wealthy banker, family propping up capitalism. Vote military-industrial machine. Vote status quo. Vote planet supermarket. Vote planet private ownership of the earth. Vote anything you fucking want, just as long as you vote. Remember, if nobody voted, it would look bad. So vote. Vote for the few wealthy, lying, murdering scum who own everything. Do your duty and vote, you filthy, ignorant zombie fucks. Vote, vote, vote.
Vote for me. It's time you cast your vote in a democracy. Choose a scumbag to run the economy. Well, go ahead. It won't change your reality. You're just selecting a flavor of tyranny. Vote for me. We have only ourselves to blame for this poor crop of obvious liars on TV. You don't really think feasibly we can have forever a 3% growth annually? Vote for me. Don't you think it's odd that we bomb countries claiming democracy will set them free? Then we support slavery in China and send weapons to the Saudi royal family. Vote for me. I will tell you things you really like to hear about: growth, jobs, and prosperity. Vote for me. I'm in possession of the pertinent facts relating to improvements in the economy. Vote for me. Won't be no error in the war on terror. I'm the best guy for national security. Vote for me. 'Cause I'm a regular guy, I'll look you in the eye while I say hard-working families. Vote for me for a little more tyranny, so the rich can stay greedy. For a planet great with slavery, to fight war endlessly. I'm the guy that gets funded by big business. Try not to laugh when I say we're together and in this. I just think it would be best all round if the rich got richer and the poor mind their own business. We've got a job to do to get back to raping the planet to make money for those who do. Have a lot of money anyway, but could use a bit more, and they'd like to get it from you. Yeah, and I'm the best man to attract investment, create jobs, and stop prices being inflationary. For all of you, the livestock in this mindfuck of endless virtual economic slavery. That's why I'm cutting taxes for the mega rich and slashing spending on the vulnerable in society. Then I'll make you pay for banks that we bailed, sell our public service to private franchisees. Vote for me! I'm the guy who represents a working man, even though I'm bloated and I have a permanent tan. Me, I'm here to tell you things can only get better with longer tea breaks and sunnier weather. I used to have a left-wing ideology, but I abandoned it in favor of style, you see. But you won't miss that social justice stuff, 'cause we all live on planet fuck you for bucks. So let's strive for higher productivity. I'll get you a pay rise and a pension you won't live to see. I'm the man to negotiate your perks and fees. There's no way I'm freeing you from slavery. I'm just playing with a color scheme while transnational corporations fuck you globally. I won't even protest at the hypocrisy of food banks in the world's 6th largest economy. I will tell you things you really like to hear about: growth, jobs, and prosperity. I'm in possession of the pertinent facts relating to improvements in the economy. Won't be no error in the war on terror. I'm the best guy for national security. 'Cause I'm a regular guy, I'll look you in the eye while I say hard-working families. Vote for me for a little more tyranny, so the rich can stay greedy. For a planet great with slavery, to fight war endlessly. I'm from one of the parties that'll never be in charge. Maybe you'd like to waste your vote on me. We're the Greens, the far left, the far right, nationalists. Let's have a look at our policies. We've got a specific issue, it's a red line, and on that we'll never compromise. It's the environment, austerity, inflation, immigration. On this issue we have a blend of lies. And we'll be just like all the other scumbags if power is something we ever get near. Cause I'm really like the others you hear, selling the same vision of war, debt and fear. Ask a question I'll never answer you, I'll say what I think is really important, you know. And if I'm ever elected like the rest is true, I'll do shit I never told you I do. I will tell you things you really like to hear about: growth, jobs and prosperity. I'm in possession of the pertinent facts relating to improvements in the economy. Won't be no error in the war on terror. I'm the best guy for national security. Cause I'm a regular guy, I'll look you in the eye while I say hard-working families. Vote for me for a little more tyranny, so the rich can stay greedy. For a planet rape of slavery, to fight war endlessly. For a little more tyranny, so the rich can stay greedy. For a planet rape of slavery, to fight war endlessly. For a little more tyranny, so the rich can stay greedy. For a planet rape of slavery, to fight war endlessly. For a little more tyranny, so the rich can stay greedy. For a planet rape of slavery, to fight war endlessly.
Hi, it's me again. This is the part of the show where I normally put £1 in my piggy bank to buy the earth and save it from planet-raping psychos. But I'm not ever going to own the planet, of course. No. What I've been doing is trying to provoke thought and action. Has it worked? I don't know. But I've decided to try something else. The world will be here long after we're all gone, and human affairs will unfold as they will. Which is why this week I took the £10 which I'd saved up to buy the planet, and I bought some crack. Yeah! Yeah! Hey people, the party's over. Smoke it if you've got it, and enjoy it while you can, because the planet's fucked, it's your fault, and it's getting worse. Have a nice weekend!